Hello. So I've just received my second, I think, 3-day TikTok ban for talking frankly about women and girls and trans rights activism and, more succinctly, the Scottish referendum that's just kind of come up, causing quite a few issues for people. So I've decided to kind of move some content over to YouTube because I'd like to continue being able to have the conversations that I've been having with the people I've been having them with, and hopefully maybe even in a more kind of rounded way, where more people can talk. I don't know anything about this platform. I don't know how many followers I need to do live streams, or whether I need to pay, or what the deal is, but I do know that we have to be able to communicate about stuff. My name's Fiona. I suffer with chronic fatigue. I do have a business, but I want to keep that as separate as I can from this, and that's not because I'm ashamed of what I do, and it's not because I'm ashamed of my activism. It's because I feel like there needs to be a boundary there where you're not saying and doing things to make money, and that's really not my intention. And that's something that's been kind of, thrown at me in the past, that maybe I've used activism to try and make money with my business, which is quite far from the truth. But anyway, I just want to keep the two things as separate as I can. So I just want to talk about everything and anything, really. Anything I see come up on the news, anything that people bring to my attention, any new perspectives that people have. Obviously, there's been quite a lot of stuff this week about the Gender Recognition Act in Scotland, and I've been firmly gender critical for many years, so that's kind of my stance on that. I do understand that people have different perspectives, but I suppose where my main focus is, and always will be, is on the idea that morality, however you want to put it, shouldn't be impacting other people's morality however they want to put it. And if you have men going into women's changing rooms because they say they identify a certain way, they're essentially pushing a trans ideological morality onto everybody in that situation, and forcing a unisex space. Unisex spaces are inherently known for being unsafe for women, so I would see that as an intrusion of morality. I also want to talk because my fear is that a lot of people are finding a voice in the right when it comes to being gender critical, and a lot of the voices in the left seem to be being lost in what I would call single, a single issue perspective. I don't think it's right or possible to have a single issue perspective. I think that you're always bound to be coming at it from your same angle, from your angle, and how it affects you. I also want to talk a lot about the energy crisis in the UK and around the world, and maybe shed some light on being energy independent, which has been a huge factor in my life. I worked with a woman when I was about 18 who let me go on loads of courses to do with natural cosmetics, which has been part of my business, and also made me very aware that in my lifetime being energy independent was going to be really important. And because of her, on a shoestring budget, we made sure that we had a wood burning stove put in, and we made sure that we were very clear about the life that we wanted for our children. So I'm very grateful for that. anything and everything really. So I just kind of wanted to open this channel up in case another one gets banned permanently, but also because I feel like there's a lot of conversations that need to be had, and that perhaps having them in 3-minute maximum bursts is not the most productive way to run a conversation. So maybe this is the best avenue. As for qualifications, you know, along with being a mother of 3, along with suffering a stillborn through fetal death. So, you know, I've had to use the same drugs that would be used to induce abortions to be able to pass and deliver my daughter. I've studied sociology, politics, geopolitics for many years. I have a degree in sociology, and that's kind of where I'm coming from. So if you'd like to hear more of that and look at more of me, then please feel free to follow, and if not, then don't.